everybody. Welcome back to the Knitting Place podcast. This is podcast number.
That's what I was looking up. I knew there was something.
I believe it's 59.
You think it's 59?
I believe. You could check me. I'm Dina. You can find me at the Knitting Place on Instagram, Ravelry, and Facebook.
I am Pam. You can find me, Pam Sapp, on Ravelry and Instagram, and Pam Sapienza on Facebook.
Perfect.
There you go. Short and sweet.
All righty. Short and
59.
Sweet. I was right.
You're right.
All righty.
Soon to be 60.
Woohoo.
Okay.
All righty.
Yes.
Did you have a good week?
Yes. Had a fine week.
Good. Weekend?
Didn't have to work on Saturday, so.
That was our first Saturday.
Anytime you have to work,
was that our, oh no, it wasn't our first Saturday.
Well, that was Memorial Day weekend.
Right. It was our first official Saturday off.
Yeah.
Well, funny. We were supposed to work. My husband had planned a business trip.
Oh, that's right.
And he was dragging me along to Houston. It didn't happen, but we rebooked it. Canceled.
Where'd you go?
So we ended up, instead of forfeiting, so now I know why he was rushing.
Why?
With the ticket. You can't cancel a ticket online. And you can't speak to an agent. There was like a 4-hour wait. That's why he had to go to the airport.
You can't cancel. You can't. Oh, so
if you don't show up.
But even if he was
there's no
going to
way
get a credit but not go anywhere, he still would have had to go to the airport.
You couldn't speak to an agent to tell him we were not showing up on the flight. I don't know if you could cancel online.
I see. So he had to. Okay, gotcha.
So
he
my
just
husband
couldn't get a hold of anybody.
Correct.
So he had to go to the airport.
Delta Airlines
it was terrible.
Shame on them.
No.
10-hour, 4-hour, 6-hour long waits on the phone.
You know, it's funny you say that. I
agent?
just heard something about Delta recently too. I can't remember what it was.
I mean, I love flying them, but customer service lately has been
not good.
Really bad.
Well, maybe they let people go or something. I don't know. They should bring them back.
Although, the agent that helped him, I wish I knew his name because a huge shout out to him.
He was nice.
So amazing. He rebooked us on a flight. We ended up going to Portland, Maine.
It was Portland, huh?
It was Portland. Lovely. Had a great weekend. So
Did you have a lobster roll? Oh, don't tell me you didn't have a lobster roll.
Took a bite of a lobster roll.
You didn't like it.
I wasn't that. That's okay. I wasn't that excited. You know what? My husband ordered it with butter, and I think I like it better with the mayo dressing, whatever that is.
He did butter on the lobster roll?
No, there were 3 options: lemon aioli, mayonnaise, or butter. He wanted the butter option.
Was it melted butter?
Yeah, it was just
diced. You didn't like it that way?
Nah, it wasn't my fave.
No. Where'd you have it? At a restaurant?
We had it at a restaurant. So we had done a couple of sightseeing things. We went on, I think it was a bus tour. I think it was a bus tour, and then he ended up sending us there, and we went there, and it wasn't...
I had a lobster roll in Portland.
Okay, you know where we should have gone? Either Lobster Co. or Luke's Lobster Roll.
Yeah. Sometimes they have those little places that are... I don't know, it's like a shack or a stand or like a restaurant on the water. Isn't there one over there?
It was on the
right
water.
On the water. I had a lobster roll there.
So there were a bunch of them.
Yeah.
So this restaurant was right. I think it was Portland Co. or something like that.
Yep.
I think so. I don't remember. Anyway, it wasn't the
Some
greatest.
Nice restaurants.
You know what it is? People were saying you should go there because it's a great deal. The lobster's cheaper. Where you go to another place.
Yes.
But I wasn't that. I think it was also the way he ordered it.
I told Dina that I could have lobster for breakfast, lunch, and dinner when I go up to Maine. That's why I would go to my girlfriend.
It's unfortunate.
It's
wasn't that
she's
great.
not, because she has company all the time, and everyone likes lobster. Like, she's sick of lobster. But I said, you know what? I don't care.
It's
I love
a treat
it
for you.
So she'll make it for dinner.
Right.
And then we'll have a lobster roll for lunch the next day.
And then I noticed, so the lobster rolls are always the claw, like the claw meat.
Yes, yeah.
Because they're keeping the lobster tails for like...
Okay, I'm going to tell you something about that.
So I'm not a fan of the claw meat.
No, but that's, see...
They mix it, but here it was only lobster claw.
Oh, see, no. The last time I went, Audrey and I went
like
2 years ago on our way down from Maine. It wasn't in Portland. We stopped at this town. It's right before you go over this bridge. And I can't, every time before you go over the bridge, there's this big sign for lobster. So we keep saying we're going to stop one day. So on the way back home, we stopped there for lobster. And it says, I'm embarrassed to say this, but it says the entire lobster is in the roll.
That's delicious.
That
would have been.
It was like
so
you go up
that's
to the
where you
window,
go.
you order it, and they had like
That's where you
picnic
go.
benches set up right on the water.
That's where you go.
Delicious.
Yeah. So we only.
I can't
had
believe I
the
ate
claw.
that. Oh no, I wouldn't want just the claw. It's not my favorite.
Exactly.
It's not the favorite. meat.
Exactly.
I
So-
agree. Yeah.
And like you're seeing it,
Correct.
it wasn't like chopped up. So you really.
How did you know it was the claw meat? Did it say it was the claw?
No, you saw
You
it.
could see
was,
it.
Yeah.
No, I don't like that. No,
Yeah.
no.
It
That's
was
not my
like
favorite.
very.
See, I've been
easy.
spoiled with my lobster rolls, as you can see. But I love Maine. What a great state.
Amazing.
Wasn't it fun?
It was fun.
Would you
So
go
we-
back there again for
Totally.
a vacation?
Yeah. It was too quick.
Yeah, no, you couldn't do that much. Yeah.
Like we couldn't, like we had one night out for dinner. So like I didn't have a lobster meal. The restaurant that we happened to go to didn't have like a Maine lobster.
Right. Oh, so you
As
couldn't
an
have a lobster?
No.
Jeez.
So
Well,
it is what it
there are
is.
some nice coffee shops up there, too, because you know who you see in Portland all the time is Clara Parks.
So it's funny that you say
She's
that.
up
We
in
went.
Maine.
We went to a coffee shop where everybody was like, "Oh, the coffee, the coffee, the coffee."
Mm-hmm.
Some place called Tandem, and it line around the corner.
Mm-hmm.
And the guy at the hotel was like, "You know what? Order on the app. You just go and pick up."
Yeah.
I thought the coffee was awful.
Really?
Then we went down the block. And we spent like
You should have messaged. You should have DM'd Clara Parks and
The
asked her where she
we
gets her
should
coffee
have.
when she's in
And the
Portland.
coffee tasted burnt, sour. It was
Really?
not my
Oh,
cup
that's
of
not,
tea.
I don't like burnt coffee like that taste.
So we ended up going down the block, and they had amazing coffee.
Mm-hmm.
So we were set. And whatever, it was a lot of fun. We walked like the first Saturday. I think we put 20,000 steps.
Wow.
which was great.
Wow.
Walked the whole
How
east
was the
end.
weather? It was hot.
It was hot.
Was it
humid,
hot?
Hot and
How
humid.
hot was it? Was it
Like-
in the 90s? Like
No,
down here?
90s. It was supposed to be today. Today's Monday, by the way. Monday, June 7th. We didn't cover that. I know you guys like to know what day it is. Anyway, to make a long story short, we walked. We took a ferry over to Peaks Island, which was beautiful. We arrived there. There was like a reggae fest
Oh, nice.
happening in one
Oh,
of the
pretty
bars.
nice.
We rented a golf
Oh,
cart.
there's so
went
much to
around-
do.
So
You could
much.
spend a week up there.
Some of the cottages
Yeah.
on Peaks Island.
Well, beautiful.
Oh my God.
Oh, there you're going to go. Now you know where you want to go.
I want to go back.
Can you rent a cottage?
You can.
Oh,
There are
nice.
rentals there.
It's
And
gorgeous
it's
up there.
15 minutes from the mainland,
Yeah,
but there's
yeah.
a supermarket
See,
and all of
Portland
that.
is nice because it's up, but it's not. It's clearly not all the way up.
No. Where's Friendship?
Friendship is probably an hour north or so
Of Portland?
Oh,
So
and
it's not
maybe
even
off
in
to the east a little bit.
because I was like trying to look for it and it wasn't even in the
yeah, it's
vicinity.
up there. It's up there, but it's it's just lovely up there. I do love Maine. My girlfriend has a summer place up there, so I haven't been for 2 years now, of course, because she hasn't been.
I'm missing it. Is she coming down this year?
She's going to fly out for about 2 weeks. I think the last week in July, first week in August. So she said, if you guys can come, try to pay a visit. So one of our
You're not-
friends said,
Oh, you mean in the
"Oh,
group?
let's go." But then it's the whole thing is, because she's only there for 2 weeks. If a nephew comes or this one comes, or so it wasn't a retracted invitation, but she has to, of course. Family is always
Right,
the first priority. Although they may be the first priority, but sometimes you want your friends before you. What they say, you can pick your friends, you can't pick your family, right?
So true. So true.
Anyway, but we digress.
All right.
Let's talk about
Let's
knitting.
talk about knitting.
What are we doing here, Dina?
Should I talk about what I'm wearing?
Yes, you should.
I am wearing the Tegna by
You
Kate
have to
Hunter.
stand up, Dina.
I do.
This is a favorite. See that nice
getting
lace at
washed
the bottom? I
out.
should make one of those. I've never made one.
I wore it today because I thought it would be a good idea to demonstrate another way to use your fingering weight yarn.
Yep.
This
Dina's
one
wearing
is
it
done.
over a little linen dress.
Yeah, and I can't believe how well it matches.
It's a perfect match.
It's a
yeah.
perfect match.
Perfect. And Dina used Anzula squishy for that.
Yes. But you can certainly use any of the lovely fingering weight yarn that we have in the shop. There's merino linen, soft merino sock from Asylum, merino sock from Suburban.
Right. Did you use 2 skeins? Probably 2 skeins.
I used 2.
You did use 2.
Excuse me. Sorry.
Yeah, so then you definitely can do 2 of Suburbans or 2 of Asylums because there's a little more
Absolutely.
yardage.
You can use the Anzula
This only
squishy,
has 387.
cake wool zest.
Yeah, any of them,
any
sure,
fingering.
yeah.
2 skeins.
Very nice.
Another tea, oldie but goodie.
And I am not wearing anything knit today.
That's all right. Can I fix your necklace?
Yes, because I was at school today, and I will tell you, how hot was it at school today?
It was hot. She came in
Very
miserable.
hot. I was miserable. I was from 7:30 until noon. Then you get out of school and you go into a car that's 96 degrees.
But then she comes to the shop and it's air conditioned.
Oh,
and
I was dying today. I was just dying. And the teacher said, well, if you need to take a break, even the break room, there was no air conditioning. It was, there's like no place to go.
Crazy.
Anyway.
All right, how many more
14
days left?
more days.
I was going to... Took the words right out of my mouth.
Exactly. I couldn't get it out fast enough. 14 more days.
Too funny. All right. What else can we say? Let's talk about what we're working on.
Absolutely. Well, I will show you again, and I do have something to say about this. This is my Marseille, which Dina is making as well. And we are delinquent students because probably everybody else in our Zoom is done. And we are Zooming shortly tonight. Right, Dina? This is my Marseille, and this is my sleeve that I've been working on. You can see I have a little bit more to do there, and I am on a double-pointed needle. Why did I go on a double-pointed needle? What are you looking at?
Well, I had asked you if you stayed in the round. It's interesting, so go on.
Well, the pattern for the size I'm making called for 70 stitches at the ribbing, and I said, you can do 70 stitches on a 16-inch needle.
Definitely. I was on 68.
And so I did that, but what I will confess is that I did take off a few more stitches because I felt the sleeve was
too
very wide. So I took off, I think, 6 additional stitches. So it was 64. And again, I was working in the round, but I felt that I was stretching out the ribbing.
On a 16-inch needle.
I did, on the 64 stitches. I had 64.
Oh.
So then I was at home and I'm debating. I said, gee, I wish I had a 12-inch. Okay.
Which is exactly what I did.
Which I wanted, but again, I didn't have a 12-inch needle. So I could do magic loop or I could do DPNs. I find for me, I know Dina doesn't find this, but when I've at least twice before I've done sleeve ribbing in magic loop. When I'm doing the sleeve in magic loop, I continue with the ribbing, and it just doesn't come out nicely. I don't know what the problem is, but I end up taking it out and going onto a double-pointed needle. So I pulled out some DPNs, and although it goes a little bit slower, once you get in the groove. But I just felt, I decreased stitches. I just felt that it was too wide.
I don't mind a wide, a wide
Yeah, I don't
cuff.
like loose cuffs personally,
But it's funny, that was the first thing I asked Pam this morning. How did she feel about working on the cuff on the 16-inch needle?
Right.
Now, I found that I could definitely knit in the round on the 16-inch, but in the rib, I felt like I was stretching it out.
Right.
So I did go down to a 12-inch needle.
Right. You had a 12-inch with you?
I took one before.
Oh, you dog. So where'd you get a 12-inch needle from?
I knew.
How do you find knitting on the 12-inch? Is it a pain in the neck?
Not a fan. Yeah. I prefer magic loop.
Right. I'm surprised you didn't do magic loop. Why didn't you do magic loop?
Because I had a 24-inch and I didn't want to start.
Oh, no, that's too short.
It's too short.
Yeah, it's too short.
So the reason why I'm going to say I'm not a fan, I mean, look at my fingers. I feel like my hand is too big for the tips.
Yeah, the tips are smaller.
Much smaller. So if I pull
but it must
out,
go faster.
Look at how.
Yeah.
I mean, that's
short.
like a 2.5, 3-inch tip. It's nothing.
But it must go faster. I mean, it must go faster
it
than
doesn't
DPNs,
go fast.
No. At this point, I'm just going to stay with the double pointeds. Because
now, are you getting ladder stitches? Because I can't.
No, I don't get ladder. I don't even know what you're talking about with a ladder stitch. Where?
You don't have them.
I
definitely get a gap.
See, I don't get them, so I don't know. So anyway, but I will tell you.
Know your style.
Yeah, exactly. It's like a wooden needle or metal needle. What do you prefer? DPNs,
DPN.
magic loop. What do you prefer?
12-inch, 9-inch.
Right.
Oh.
I was telling Dina today, and I can't believe that I'm doing this, but I am gifting my sweater. So, let's say for a second.
You shouldn't have.
No, I would do.
It's not for me.
Are you are you a selfish knitter? I think I'm a selfish knitter. I do. I do. I knit a lot when do I knit for the girls?
Not.
I have 2 granddaughters, 2 and 4. When was the last time I made them something?
Well, I think with the girls, you
just don't.
No, because I think you wait for Emily to say, make me this or make me that, because you don't want to just make them something, then Emily doesn't approve.
My son-in-law has had a scarf on my needles for 1.5 years. I could name you numerous things. My girlfriend in Maine, I've had her crocheted blanket now for years. I mean, I always make stuff for myself. Well, I decided, I was working on my sleeve yesterday, And I had made Daniel a sweater this year, and Katie at the time, my second child, second in the birth order, she had mentioned, I don't know how it came up that, I'd made her a cowl once, that cabled cowl, and she wears it all the time.
She did.
Oh, she said, I would wear a sweater. So I said, well, let's pick one out. But, I'm sitting there knitting this, and this is a color she would definitely wear. This is a Katie color. So I thought to myself, I told her I would make her a sweater. By the time we pick out a pattern, by the time we get that all done, forget about it. I said I could just give her this if it's a style she likes. So I happened to see her yesterday, so I had her try it on.
How did it fit her?
It fit her nicely. It wasn't bad. I tried it on yesterday myself. It's meant to be oversized, and she doesn't necessarily wear a lot of oversized things.
Yeah, you'd mentioned that.
But apparently she's been wearing more oversized. And I said, listen, I'm not insulted if you don't take it, because clearly I would wear it.
Right.
But if you want it, it's yours. So I think
Speak now.
She's taking it, I believe. Look at that.
Now, are you going to have it ready before you guys all go away?
Oh, yeah. It'll be done by then. I would love to say that my sleeve will be done by next week. I've got to get it done. Oh, yeah.
The second sleeve?
Yes,
oh,
yes.
She's too good.
Because, you know what? I have the cuffle that I haven't finished yet. I've got to get it done. So that's what I was talking about, First of all, the sleeve modifications a little bit, right?
Mm-hmm.
And secondly, who do you give your knitting to? Would you do something like that? I'm sure many people do. I mean, you would do it for your kids, right?
Yeah. I love knitting for the kids. I don't do it often enough. Maybe I'm the selfish knitter.
No.
I mean, I have gifts to knit right now, baby gifts that I have to do.
Right. And I have to make something for the girls. I had wanted to make that top for them before we went away. At this
that
point,
book's
that's
coming
not
in.
going to happen.
The book's coming in.
I think I make 2 of them.
Yes.
Oh, I don't know about that. I have to make Olive now a crochet blanket.
Thanks to me.
Thank you, Dina. Anyway, so go ahead. Well, show me your sweater.
No, so I was going to I'm not as far along, but very close. This is mine.
Yep. Oh, you're almost
and
there.
And there it is.
Yep. Such a great looking sweater.
Yeah. I'm happy with it. I'm definitely happy with it. I tried it on. I think I tried it on for y'all last week. Nice. Definitely happy with the fit. I put the 4th stripe in.
Yep.
I don't know where I was last time. I don't think I didn't get that much further along.
But you've been working on Dina, I will tell you, has been doing a test knit. And she's knitting furiously. She can't show it to you. You can't show it, can you? No.
I mean, you guys have seen it on my social media.
It is. It's yeah. So it's being released on Friday. So Friday, Dina will give you, even if she's not done, you're like maybe...
I'm so upset.
You're probably maybe 85% done.
Yeah.
Right. But again, when you're doing a shawl, those last rows are the longest rows, right?
As we increase.
Right. So she has a little more to do, but it's questionable. We're not sure if she'll be done by Friday.
Probably not. The designer decided, she had asked, actually, she was really very gracious, if we all would mind if, I guess most of the test knitters were complete. I, of course, trailing behind as I always do.
No, I think you do a few other things during the day, too.
Yeah. I am clearly not ready, and she asked if I would mind, and of course it's not for me to decide. I respect the designers, her design. I volunteer to knit. It's my pleasure to do the test knit, but I don't want to hold
does it make
up.
a difference if you're done on Friday, you finish the following Tuesday? I mean, you're very close to being done, and if you're not done on Friday,
it doesn't. I don't know that it makes a difference, but for the release day, I have to say I find it kind of fun to have have the project.
You have to do a cute post
when I'm ready.
Well, like on Friday, maybe, like almost there.
Yeah,
almost there. If it's
like
not
the
done.
Little engine. That
so Dinah's been working on a test knit, which is probably why that she hasn't gone that much further on her other thing.
But I do have to share that with every trip. I don't know why I just.
Did you buy something? Did you go to a knitting store?
I did. I did go visit, and
Which
I
one
meant
did
to
you go
stop
to?
by.
Because I was watching Andrea Mowry yesterday, and I don't know if she lives in Portland.
Not sure.
But for some reason, I'm thinking she lives in Portland or near Portland. And what store did you go to?
It's in Portland. I can't believe I don't know the name of it.
Oh,
I'm sorry.
What's the name of it? You don't know the name of it?
No, I'd have
What'd
to
you
look
get?
it up. I didn't buy anything.
You didn't buy anything?
No.
I'm surprised you didn't take it.
You know what? We were walking, and I didn't want to buy anything and carry it.
It's funny you say.
And then she said, "Oh, you can order online." And by the time the day was done, 20,000 steps.
You didn't.
No, we were showering, rushing for dinner. It totally escaped me.
I'm looking that up.
And then we wanted the ferry, so it wasn't in my.
Well, you didn't have a lot of time. You didn't have a lot of time.
But they're beautiful local yarn, which I really wanted to.
Yes.
So I liked what they did. Is they had well, that's what I was interested in. So Swan's Island.
Yes. Oh, yeah.
And they have like little dip and big dip, which is very cute. Reminded me of the Cocon, but a little bit different. Mm-hmm. Yeah. So I will have to go back and pay another visit.
Nice.
Cute little
that's
shop.
where I had stopped when.
A lot of Quince & Co. Is that up there?
Yes. Yeah, I've noticed that too. Was it Knitwit Yarn Shop?
Yes, it might have been.
There you
Yes, Knitwit. It was Knitwit Yarn Shop.
I was going to say that.
Is that where you went? You didn't go there.
You know.
You're in a different part of Maine.
I stopped in. What was that part of Maine called that I stopped in, that first one? I bought local yarn. It was the same thing.
Also local?
And they were doing, remember I told you they were talking about the crawl. They have a yarn crawl. We call it a crawl. They call it something else. But it maybe starts June 1st and ends maybe September 30th. And it's throughout the entire state. So I forget, there was some crazy number of shops, like,
that's fun.
I don't know,
it's like
30 shops or something. But it was like, so you couldn't possibly do it in a weekend, you know, because you're traveling all over the state if you choose to do that. I can't remember the name of the shop. Not the Mermaid. Is the Mermaid the shop in Rhode Island?
Yes.
I can't remember. And then I stopped at another one in, was it in Portland? No, it wasn't in Portland. I have to ask my daughter now. She was with me.
Well, in any event, what I wanted to say is every trip, I usually cast something new on.
What did the shop look like? Was it narrow?
Yes.
I was in there.
Narrow, shelving on both sides.
Yes, I went to that one.
It's a cute shop. Yeah,
that's where I almost bought the that yarn I was telling you about there. Anyway.
Very cute. Anyway, I didn't get very far.
Oh, what were you? Oh, I know what you're making. I can't remember what it is though now.
It's the Flores.
Oh, yeah.
So I'm using Suburban Stitcher yarn, her fingering weight.
Now, what did you cast on? Is it a sleeve?
No, it's the neck.
That's the neck?
Yeah, it's in a twisted rib. I'm sorry, I just took it out of my bag and it was all twisted. So
yes,
here
it's a very cute design.
Just the beginning. I didn't get very far. It was something that I wanted to put in my bag in case I had time while we were walking.
Yeah,
you know,
yeah.
I can't,
especially if it's
knit
a rib,
on the shawl.
It's a twisted rib.
Yes, which is yuck.
Is it a?
Glad it's almost over.
Yeah, you know we don't like twisted rib.
I mean, I don't mind it. I like the way it looks. I just find that it's very slow going.
And you can see you can either do a short sleeve or a long sleeve.
Right.
I think Dina's doing a short sleeve. Right?
Yes.
What colorway is that, Dina?
I am using Sugar by Suburban Stitcher.
That's a cute summer top.
Yeah. So if you haven't checked it out, it's designed by Eri Shimizu.
Pretty.
And there it is. So that's also on my needles.
Very
what
nice.
else are you working on?
Me? Oh, I've been working on the Willa. I really haven't done anything. I finished the lace, but that was about it. And I started the...
Beautiful. Yay.
There you go. I haven't done much. I wanted to have more done, but again, I did not do much. Considering I wasn't working this weekend, you would think that I would have done.
Well, you with the kids probably. Busy.
Whatever. Time gets away from you.
Should we talk about what's in front of us?
Yeah, sure. Let's go. I want to do this one first.
Sure. So Isabell Kraemer launched a new pattern. This is called Dingley Dell. Cute little short sleeve, wide stripes. Stripes seem to be the
thing this
flavor
summer.
Of the year.
Yeah.
Lots of stripes.
She said this is reminiscent of the cricket shirt from the 90s.
I still haven't looked that up.
And I said, what is a cricket shirt? I don't know.
Maybe I'll look that up.
But anyway, we're going to show you a couple of different options that I believe what we used was the Moondrake Merino linen,
Yes,
correct?
it was actually designed in merino linen.
It was, right.
So we figured, hey.
Why not?
Why not?
And these colors here are black and toffee, which that would be a lovely stripe. And the Dingley Dell.
And then another kit we put together is ash and mauve.
A little softer.
Yep.
That's pretty.
Should I keep going?
Yeah, I think there's just one. Is it? Oh, there's two more.
Two more.
Yeah, this
We're
is
just showing you a sprinkling.
Prada Blue and Ginkgo. Look at that. It's a great color combo,
yes.
right?
That's a fun one.
And I like this one too, though. I think I like this one. This might be my favorite. I don't know. This is Eldritch and Sand, right?
Yep.
Eldritch is a really deep, muted green. Yep. With a little sand, which is not cream. It's a little more.
It's a little deeper.
Deeper than that, right?
Mm-hmm. Very pretty.
Nice.
And we had some people actually who curated their own, if I'm not mistaken.
Oh, yeah. It's just,
which is also
again,
nice.
And I think, if I'm not mixing my patterns up, that these two skeins, I mean, there's 393 yards on a skein.
Oh, right. The kit.
That this took you through just about all the sizes.
Almost all the sizes.
Yeah, so
I think you were 4 yards short.
something like that on the largest size. Well, I can keep that over here.
Okay.
I got that over here. I'm sorry.
No worries.
And that's that. Did I just see a needle? I thought I saw a yarn needle over there.
Here.
No, there you go. I knew I saw one. Anyway, so that's that. What else do we have?
That's new. Flores is also new. So if you missed it on our social media, we're kind of hitting some new patterns.
Some summer shirts.
Summer shirts. Right. And now we're going to hit a shawl.
Exactly. Can't forget the shawls, right?
Right. This one here. Go ahead.
Go ahead. It's called Curvette.
By Stephen West.
I think it came out sometime last week, right?
Yes.
And he uses 4 colors of fingering, going from light to dark, and in between he puts in a mohair.
Right. So the gray stripe that you're seeing in here
That's
is
the mohair. Correct.
And then it's a gradient. And you might not be seeing it, but there's the white, the gold, there's like a caramel color, and right at the bottom is like a deeper shade, almost like a toffee.
Correct.
So those are the...
So we have made a few kits. I think there's maybe 4.
Yeah, we didn't go crazy.
And the first colorway is the... Oops, got that. There you go. Is, of course, all grays. Right?
It's pretty.
We used Asylum Fibers merino fingering. And it goes from a lightly speckled into... a darker color, and the mohair that was sticking through for some contrast is the light color. You see how that would look there? Yep. There you go.
So it's kind of like the inverse.
Yep.
Here you see a dark mohair.
Right. Because if we'd put a dark mohair, you wouldn't really see anything between these colors, so we thought it would look nice with the lighter color. Yep.
You can always substitute and put like a pop.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. You could do anything,
right?
sure.
Like
but that's what makes it so... Yes.
Or a red or a chartreuse.
Well,
That'd
like with this one, now here's another one that we just put together. This is from Asylum.
Also.
And this is in, cream to gray to green. And we put the coal in between that. Isn't that pretty?
So that'll kind of nestle in between all the colors.
How pretty is that? Love that one.
That's a beauty.
Yep. Hard pressed to pick my favorite. But here's another one. Another pretty one.
This is Pam's
least
favorite.
Yeah. I wouldn't say it's my least favorite.
But
here you
that's
go.
Okay.
That's a great fade. And guess what mohair we put in between it? Look at that, guys. Look at that.
So it kind of pulls out the hot pink.
And because you're only seeing, I don't know
lily.
if it's 2 rows that he does in between.
Just
I don't know the
stripes.
pattern, but just a little stripe. We thought that would be fun, right? There you go.
Pink is not your wheelhouse.
Well, that's a bright pink. That's a bright one. I think this is the one that I would do. I told Dina, I don't know if I'd make this shawl, but I certainly love these colors. You're going, let me just get the mohair. And again, for this one, we did a similar thing. We put the dark Look at this, guys.
That's gorgeous. That's kind of reminiscent of his.
Kind of is, right?
Actually, right? Very
Love
pretty.
these colors. Love them.
So
there you go.
If you feel inspired, West Knits, the Corvette Shawl. You can find the pattern on Ravelry.
Yep.
And we just curated a few kits.
Exactly.
Not too many. Alrighty.
But now we should talk about what's behind us on that mannequin. We've got 2 mannequins behind us.
Yes. What do you want to talk about first?
Let's talk about the one on my side.
Okay.
Which is the
Aimee cardigan
from Joji.
So this pattern was released not so long ago, but it's not brand new.
No.
Nikki finished hers, and she let us brag and show it off here.
Yes, thank you, Nikki.
Thank you, Nikki. Let's see if I can just
you get a photo?
Center. Give her center stage spotlight.
Move over a little bit.
There she is. Super cute.
And Nikki used the Moondrake, right?
Moondrake.
The merino linen. No, she didn't. Excuse
She
me.
used
I didn't
these
mean that.
soft sport.
The soft sport. So, and it
Takes
uses
5 colors.
Yeah. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Pam
It's a
put
great
in
sweater.
a jewel button closure, which we have for sale.
Those are pretty.
Super cute. There are no buttonholes, but if you decide you wanted to keep it closed, you can certainly add those buttons throughout.
I love those jewel
Yeah,
button closures.
they're fabulous.
Yeah.
I believe this is an applied border. Nikki said this was, I think, knit separately and attached.
Oh, is that right?
Yes, it wasn't done.
Was it really?
And
And you see,
applied.
that is something I would not want to do.
You know,
I would not want to knit that strip.
I kind of thought the same thing, but when I knit Andrea Mowry's sweater,
Which one?
the rose cardigan,
she's got that
she
too?
had that border that was done separate.
But it was a wider border, though, wasn't it?
It was cables.
Oh,
I mean,
I
you
like that cardigan. I would love to make that too.
but you know what? When you're like in the home stretch, you're just like,
So
you know
was
what?
this knit? When you say an applied, so she knit
No,
this
I don't know if it was
separately? Did she
attached or
pick it up?
sewn.
I don't
No,
know.
it wasn't.
I shouldn't judge it because did she sew it on?
No, it looks like it was knit on.
Okay, well that's different then.
Yeah,
I could do
applied.
that. I could do that.
That's what I'm saying.
Okay.
Anyway, super cute. We had many kits, and they've been sold out.
So we just reassembled some. Yep.
Yeah.
And I want to bring them up in an order. Well, you could do whatever order you want, but
Aimee Cardigan. The designer is Joji Locatelli.
and so this is just, we're not going to bore you with the color names, but they're on the website if you wanted them. Right, Dina?
Okay.
Unless you want to do the colors. Go ahead,
I can do
it.
them.
Go
Okay.
ahead.
Just so you know, Prada Blue, Mauve, Ginkgo, Toffee, and Plum. Very pretty.
That's a pretty combo. Yeah, Dina knows the colors by heart.
I'm always entering them into the system.
There
so I
you go.
guess it's easier. This is Deep Wedgwood, Lilac, Salmon, Ginkgo, and Toffee at the very
I
end.
love that toffee.
Yeah,
I love
very
toffee and
pretty.
ginkgo. Favorite colors of mine.
Now this kit is the original one
This was Lisa.
that Lisa inspired us with,
Our
as
Lisa.
well as knitting it. She's making it. So this is Benny, Plum, Mauve, Grass, and Olive. So this is her colorway.
I love that.
And it's
grass
pretty.
and
She's
olive.
almost done.
Is she real?
Yes.
I know
she's
she had
kinda
a rip
re-knit
at some
it.
point.
Yes, she's in the home stretch.
And this is for all the neutral lovers out there. I'm trying to do it.
Right.
There you go.
Ginkgo, blonde, ash, rustic iron, and black. Beautiful.
That's for the neutral lovers, right?
Yes.
Love that
So
one
now,
too.
just for the record, there's only one skein of each per kit.
Yep.
That is going to knit up to 45.5-inch finished bust. If you need it larger, you would need to go up in yardage. Just
Yeah, well,
saying.
I think it runs like 1-1-1-1-1 or
Yeah.
2-2-2-2-2.
And then it goes
So it's a
right.
big difference if you need to.
Exactly.
But you can do that as well.
Yes, you can always just buy the extra skeins a la carte.
Right.
And
Who doesn't need a cardigan like that? That's like just
that's
a
an
great
easy throw over.
You would wear the heck out of that.
Totally. Now it's spelled Aimee. I think she was originally designed using La Bien-Aimée merino sport.
And it was named after Amy, the owner.
Right.
Yep.
So just a little
There you go.
back end info.
Now,
Okay.
Dinah's going to show us something now. This is very interesting because this is like a throwback for us. Right, Dinah?
Yes. Well, the top is a throwback, and it's another use of the yarn. This is called the
We
Shelley.
had to show that to you, right?
Yeah. So we had done this, I don't know how many years ago.
It's like 3 years. 2 or 3. 2 or 3. 3.
It might be 3.
2 or 3
It's
years
called the Shelley Summer Top. It's designed by Getting Pearly with it.
ago. I don't know where my phone is. I'll show you.
And you might also know her as Nancy Ricci. It uses, for this size, 1 skein of rayon metallic. Now, the reason I'm showing it to you is because today I found in the top 10 on Ravelry
Oh, yeah.
a top using the same yarn. So I figured, hey, let me show you what it looks like knit up.
Yep.
This is the top. It's called the Cancun lace top. I believe it's called lace.
Yep.
It's designed by Erin Kate Archer, and it uses 1 skein of rayon metallic.
Yep. Now, rayon metallic, well, Dinah's going to show you the skein in just a second. It's a big skein.
It's huge. I don't know how many grams are on here, But it's got, each skein has 550 yards.
Correct.
Now look at that shimmer.
It does.
No filter.
Look at that shimmer. That is a great shimmer.
There's so many colors here. We have 17 options online. I'm not going to bore you with all the colors, but I'll show you some. This one here is called Blue Violet. I believe the finished measurement on that garment was 54 inches, was it?
Yes.
54.
Now it says it's 16 inches long, so you could always make adjustments to that. You know, clearly you're wearing it over something.
Yes.
So it's not. It's
what
just
size needle is it on?
8.
I think that was also knit on 8. The Shelley Summer top.
I'll look and see.
So 2 options. You don't have to do this one. I know this top is a little bit shorter. I'm not sure the actual length, but I imagine based on
it says 16
inches. Yeah, so you could clearly see mine is a little bit longer, so you probably have room to maybe go a little bit longer if you wanted to.
Yeah. Now, when we did this, if you look at the
should wear that over my beige linen dress.
That would look very nice. You should.
I forgot I had that one. That's another top.
There you go. Yeah, initially
I'll show you colors in the meantime while she's looking. This one's called Berry.
Now, as you can see, when Nancy designed it, you can see that the white one is shorter, it's more cropped, and the other ones are a little longer. So when we did ours, this was a longer version.
I think so.
And
I mean, I went to the length that I want. I'm not comfortable with crop.
We had a number of people make it.
Indigo Night.
And it's an 8 needle, Dina. Yep.
8 needle.
We had a number of people make this, and it blocks open. In other words, they would knit it, and they would think it was too short, but then we would block it. It would block open.
A nice wet block.
Nice wet block on that.
Antique gold.
Yep.
Certainly does magic. This is called Bluegrass.
Love these colors.
Poppy. Carnelian.
Like that one, too.
Spanish Dancer. Look at this gradient. Ooh. And then we have, is this Flax? Flax. Winter Sky. Sorry if I'm going quickly. I don't want to make it into
They're just such great colors. This one is turquoise.
I think this is turquoise.
Turquoise, yeah.
Deep Forest. Chesapeake.
That's pretty.
Sunny Day.
Look at those colors. Oof.
Mossy Place. Now these look similar, but they're different.
They are different, yep.
This is Jade, although it's not.
This is a shaded color. I don't know. It's not like the jade
to me,
green.
It looks more like turquoise, like water. But whatever. What do I know?
Like there's more of a green to it than showing up on the picture, but.
And last but not least, this is Old Gold, and this is the colorway I knit my top in there.
There you go.
So, if you're feeling inspired, Cancun lace top,
or
the Cancun
Shelley
lace,
Summers,
right? Or the Shelley Summer top, and the Cancun lace top. Just so you know, it's a free download. So check it out.
Yep.
If rayon metallic,
you may have something in your stash because I mean, what is she using to make this? What does she say? She uses blue heron.
Yeah, she designed it with blue heron. I believe there are 36 projects using that yarn, the yarn for you to view on Ravelry. So you can go check it out. I know that they have a ton of projects. Cute summer top, really cute. Right over a dress, summer tee. I love that it's sheer. It has different stitch patterns, so you're certainly not going to get bored with it.
Nice. We've had a lot of customers who've used the rayon metallic to do shawls.
Yes,
because it has great drape.
Yes.
Yep. Two skeins make a nice size.
Fabulous shawl. So once again, this one is designed by Erin Kate Archer.
There you go.
Yep. We're not giving anything away because the pattern is free. And that's it. Go. That's all for you.
That's it.
We need to kind of wrap this up. I hate to say it, but we have to Zoom shortly.
Zoom, baby.
We are winding down our Marseille knit along.
Correct.
Most people are almost done, and tonight is actually going to be a transition. We're going to merge into our winter's beach cardigan. So for those of you who don't follow us on Instagram or see the social media, we are doing a soft Zoom tonight, and by that I mean we're just going to talk about the pattern, talk about gauge. Hopefully you guys have your yarn at home. We'll talk about swatching and getting it ready, and we'll hopefully Zoom next week.
Hopefully, yeah.
Yeah.
We'll Zoom next week. So we're really into the Zoom schedule now.
I think we've been pretty good. I mean, we took off for Memorial Day.
Right. There you go.
Did you miss us?
I'm sure.
Anyway, I should have a lot more knitting to show for like all that time off. But
well,
whatever.
You've been doing those long rows on that knit along.
Yeah.
Not knit along.
My test knit.
Test knit. So
yeah.
Listen, you do what you can, and you enjoy what you do. That's
exactly
the main thing, right?
It's funny because I noticed that I've been doing other things. Like I go through waves, you know. Sometimes I'm just my emphasis is on knitting, and I feel like that's all I do.
You've been gardening,
but I've been gardening, baking.
She baked, and thank you. Someone gave us a recipe for crackers.
Oh yes,
to use with the starter, and I have to do that. Yes. I've wanted to do that, but I have to get my act together.
Yeah, I made bread again this morning, and this time my God bless my starter. It like.
A starter is
was
like
overfloweth.
Now my starter, my starter may be not doing well because I have not fed it.
I heard it's very hard to kill starter. Though.
Is it really?
Yes,
I have to do it tonight. I have to do it tonight.
So I made 2 additional loaves.
Yes,
today.
and Dina always brings me a slice when she makes it. She's a good sharer. She's a good sharer. Well, you made it. You should have one.
Anyway, she said she was on a diet, so I dipped in.
We're always on a diet, right?
Anyway, what I wanted to say is this time I didn't feed the starter. I just used the starter because I was.
So in other words, you used the starter to make whatever you were baking, but you didn't replenish.
No.
You didn't feed it again.
Right. So I'll take out again.
And then you'll feed it.
And then I'll feed it. Because
I didn't know that you could
much.
do that. I wasn't sure if you could do that.
Worked out fine.
Maybe
it was a shortcut. I don't know. What do I know? I'm not a baker, but I'm certainly trying.
Well, I don't know. You made 2 loaves last week and 2 loaves this week.
Who knows?
It's just that time factor with those things, you know.
I'm not turning in my knitting needles for a baker's cap.
No.
Okay? Definitely not.
I hope not.
No.
Don't stop knitting.
Anyway, all right. We are going to sign off.
We're going to zoom out of here.
Exactly. Thank you so much for joining us. Hope you enjoyed the episode. Please feel free to... Oh, my goodness.
What did we not do?
Pam, you hit 1,000 followers on Instagram. High five.
How do you like that?
Thank you, guys.
How do you like that?
That is so awesome.
I don't know who would follow me, but...
Stop. Thank you. We'll have to think of a nice giveaway.
Oh, for me?
Yes, to celebrate that. All right. Please follow
Thank
Pam.
you, everyone.
Yes, Pam at Pam Sapp. You can follow me at The Knitting Place, and we'll see you next week.
Absolutely. Happy knitting.
Bye.